Seattle, Washington, home to renowned franchises present and past, from the Seahawks to the Supersonics. But there is a cornerstone program in this city. It is the Huskies of UW. They've always had a place here, a place of excellence that these fans hope will continue today. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the UCF Knights, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the...
UCF offense.
The Knights offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man quickly. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
That's reeled in. It's Johnson. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Knights look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. Like, you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Jefferson. Looking deep. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Knights. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown.
That makes the score UCF 7, Washington 0.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Huskies offense will take the field for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affects.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCF! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's running in the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Washington wants to go quickly. Back to the air one more time. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now after the short completion, it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Still looking, on the move. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Shoots it to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for room, it's Harvey. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Past the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Jefferson. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Nice move to keep moving. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. The back goes in motion. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And they get him down.
I love the QB here. He holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Knights! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
And nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Washington right back to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Rodgers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. He's taking the shot. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Got room on the return. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. How about that D coming up with a play like that? And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to NC State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone. Know he's got the big fella.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. To the air, it's Jefferson. Coming after him. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. From the 22 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dumping the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, UCF.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
He's brought down at the 19-yard line.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Knights will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And guys, the defense's head might be spinning a little bit after giving up that huge gain on the first play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Washington! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him, finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, baby.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Little touch pass to the receiver. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Moving away from pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They keep attacking through the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Jefferson. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Knights moving quickly to the line. The give and the run on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of it. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field. Listen, this is the situations where you trust your offense. If you want to score a lot of points and you want to listen to analytics, you absolutely go for this.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
This crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun to give, looking for room. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got a man, it's Pittman. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
31, Washington, 14.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Back to throw, it's Rodgers. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
Grab near the marker. It's Boston. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. Dropping back, it's Rodgers. And it's picked off for the third time today. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Offense set on first down. From the gun, give on the inside. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. can we run the ball down their throats and impose?
Can anyone catch him? And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Wide open downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Second and goal for the offense. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Knights! And the stomping has commenced. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Finds his man. It's Boston. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw it again. Dumps it to the back. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass.
He's got it at the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To the air on 1st down. Fires left. A strike downfield. Just trucks through it. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Knights want to move quickly. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Looking to pass. It's Jefferson. Now improvising. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
UCF.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
The kick is good.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
52. Washington. 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guy.